It's becoming increasingly obvious that Sky News has abandoned any pretense of unbiased reporting, choosing instead to operate with a blatant agenda. Their selective coverage speaks volumes. Take the ongoing scandal involving Keir Starmer and the alleged grooming gang cover-ups, an issue of massive public interest. Sky News? Dead silent. Rather than holding Starmer accountable, they've diverted attention by grilling Reform MP James Murdoch about events that occurred 2 decades ago. That's right. A minor case of common assault, for which Murdoch has already served his punishment, is somehow more pressing than addressing systemic failures impacting vulnerable children. Meanwhile, let's not forget the blatant double standards. Labour MPs have been caught on camera engaging in physical assaults, yet Sky News barely bats an eyelid. Where's the same level of scrutiny? The hypocrisy is impossible to ignore. In today's video, we'll dissect the recent Sky News interview with James Murdoch, breaking down their loaded approach and what it reveals about their priorities, or lack thereof. On top of that, we'll touch on some of the most talked about headlines making waves across the UK. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more updates that mainstream outlets conveniently ignore. So, let's jump straight into it.
Whether he regretted using that term, he says he doesn't apologise for using that specific term, and he said he hadn't lied or changed his story. Here's what he said.
I pled guilty to common assault, not ABH or anything more serious than that.
You described it as a teenage indiscretion, though. Do you think that's fair? Do you think that's fair to victims of domestic violence who may look on that?
I'll tell you a really interesting story about that. So when I was first talking about this in private with other people, I was really head down, really beating myself up about it. And someone else said, look, you were a kid, it was a teenage indiscretion. And I really, really appreciated them saying that. So when I put my statement out, I included that phrase.
But then why did you lie about it?
No. Please, let's be very, very clear.
You said you pushed her.
No.
The court document said you kicked her around 4 times.
Okay, shall we maybe consider about how we discuss this? Because like I've said, it is personal.
But do you accept what the court document said and you pleaded guilty to that?
I pled guilty.
So then why later did you change that story?
No, I haven't changed my story.